Well, hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Crypto Corner, your crypto radar for all of the latest news, reviews, market analysis and tutorials that help you master the cryptocurrencies market. Well, today we're going to look at some of the news, we're going to look at the markets. I want to remind you again of my current crypto giveaway. These are the two top prizes. SecuX W20, this is one of the top hardware wallets that I'm giving away, and the second prize, a Keep Key hardware wallet. This is also in the top 10 hardware wallet devices. Also, there is 20 ADA tokens that are up for grabs. These are the top 3 prizes, and anyone can win as long as you comment on my videos. And also you can go on Twitter and you can find my tweet and you can retweet that, so at least one of the winners will be actually selected from Twitter. And then if you're also following me on Facebook, you can go on Facebook and find my post, as I said, on Friday. So definitely there are quite a few chances to actually get your hands on one of these top prizes. Now on YouTube, what I'm asking you guys is to comment on each of my videos. I ask a question and you have to actually respond to my question. In the previous episode, I asked you which are the top coins that gave you the most profit from the beginning of this year. And I saw your comments. Thank you for responding. Now, a few of you actually commented saying which are your favorite coins. Now, this is not really what I asked. I see here Jason is saying Bitcoin, Solana, ADA, VAT, all-time favorites. That probably means that you got the best profit from these coins, but favorites, I'm gonna talk about that in a second. Let's just see some of the other comments. Jason of the Forest, top 5, Hex, QNT, Matic, Atom, Solana. I'm sure Hex actually did a very good performance. It's not one of the coins that I'm trading, but it definitely did very well. Simple Sixtus is also saying my top 5 with huge return are Mana, Sys, Solana, ADA, Audio. Audio actually did really well for me as well. Giovanna Marik is saying the best returns she got from Solana, Ethereum, ADA, Gala, and AVAX. Gala is not one of the tokens that I'm trading, so I'm not familiar. OFW Passive Income is commenting ADA is my favorite. This is not really good, guys. Favorites you should not have. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Nick Rising is saying ADA, XTZ, Atom and Algo gave almost 1.5 to 2x profit, and Solana gave 40% profit in the last pump, which is great. And then someone is asking me if I can make shorter versions of my videos for people who have less time. Well, with technical analysis, you can't really do shorter because I have to be thorough in my technical. I mean, my technical analysis is still quite brief, guys, if you compare to what some other people are doing. I mean, some people are really going on about for hours and hours and everything. I'm trying to be really brief with my technical analysis, but to answer your question, I can't really make it shorter because I mean, I need to be to show you what's happening on the chart, what I'm seeing, what are the patterns and everything. And if you don't really have time for the tokens that you're investing in, if you don't have time for your investments and for the research, because watching my video is basically part of your research, then how are you going to make money with these investments? You have to dedicate time to your investments and your research. But back to my main point here about, people commenting with their favorite coins. I mean, that's something that I already discussed in previous videos. You should not really pick favorites. When we're talking about altcoins and generally investments, these are not favorites. This should not really be, you should not be emotionally attached to any of these coins. And if you go back a couple of episodes ago, in my interview with Dirk, I actually discussed that. We talked about the fact that people do get emotionally attached when they're trading, especially when they get some good returns from a certain coin or something like that. They start, favoring that token. And I did that mistake back in the day, 2016, 2017. Dash was one of the early altcoins that I invested in after Ethereum. And I had a really good profit with Dash and also XRP. These two tokens, I mean, XRP was never a favorite of mine, but I did a tremendous big returns with XRP and Dash in the beginning when I started trading. And of course, Dash actually became my favorite. Everyone was talking about Dash back in 2016 and 2017 when privacy coins became really big. Monero, Zcash, and all of these actually became really top coins. And as we saw, after that, when we went through a bear market, all of these dropped by 90% and more, and some of them didn't really recover as well as many other coins. So definitely I learned my lesson about not picking favorites. Just because a coin is giving you a good profit doesn't mean you should get emotionally attached and start favoring it, because this is why you would lose money next time when they crash. Next time when there is a bear market and it is a longer term bear market and these tokens all go down, you will be losing money because you are favoring them, so you got emotionally attached and you are not going to be selling them when you should be selling them. So definitely not a good idea. Anyway, I'm gonna give you the question for the next. Anyway, I'm gonna give you the question that you need to answer in this video later on. Right now, let's have a quick look at the market. So we see that Bitcoin recovered more than $5,000 already since yesterday. We are now at 47,300, going for the 48k. I feel that around this price level right now we are hitting a resistance, and I'm gonna go in the Bitcoin chart towards the end of the video just so that we can take a look at what's happening and what can we expect over the next few days. Ethereum recovered 7% since yesterday. It's again above 3,237 right now. Cardano did very well as well, 5.86% up in the last 24 hours. It's at $2.23 as we speak. BNB did even better, almost 10%, $414 today. XRP did also very well, 11% since yesterday, 105 as we speak. Solana, almost 10% since yesterday. It's back at 150, 152 in fact, dollars at the moment. Dogecoin did 6.66, wow, the devil's number, percent since yesterday. It's at 21 cents right now. Polkadot almost 10%, it's at $30 right now. Uni, the token of Uniswap, 8.59% since yesterday, $25.21 right now. And the token of Avalanche, AVAX, is only 2%, 2.54% up today, $67.91 as we speak. Now this is in the top 10. Going lower, we see that VeChain is actually doing a huge pump today, 22% right now as we speak. I think it's probably time to look into doing some scalping here with VT, because when you see a coin pumped by 20, 30, 40% in one day, usually this is followed by a correction or a pullback, so you can actually scalp. I'm definitely going to look into scalping some VT as I finish this video. Also, from the top gainers here, we see that the VTOR token is doing okay. Veracity is doing well, very well. R-Wave is doing also very well. Axie Infinity token is doing 13%. But these are the top gainers. Nothing really that much from the other ones. XTZ, Tezos token was doing well, but I don't really see it right now. So maybe it's already correcting. I wouldn't be surprised. It's really nowhere to be seen here in the top gainers, but I'm pretty sure that just a couple of hours ago it was in the top gainers, because I was actually unloading some of them. I was doing some scalping on XTZ. And what else did I scalp? I scalped Solana as well. So by scalping means I sold some and I will be rebuying them as it pulls back, because Solana actually went to 154, now it's 152, so it's already doing a bit of a pullback. I personally feel that Bitcoin is going to do a pullback, which will actually pull all of these down with it. That's why I'm doing a little bit of scalping right now as we speak. Now let's go into the news and have a quick look at some of the top headlines, some of the hot topics of the day. Okay, and starting with the main hot topic is one of the main hot topics. Robert Kiyosaki, you probably know him, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. He is very big on Bitcoin, and lately he's been appearing on many shows and everything, talking about Bitcoin. Of course, the guy is mainly in property. Property is his main thing. He's also in gold and some other assets that he has, but he's been really bullish on Bitcoin lately. And now what he's talking about is an imminent, or at least very soon he's expecting that there will be a financial collapse, kind of a world economy is crashing and everything. And he's talking about that even crypto is not going to be able to sustain during this crash, meaning that this will be a kind of a global economic crisis that will take most of the assets down, stocks, assets, commodities, even including gold and silver and everything, and of course Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are all going to be going down because of this economic collapse that he's expecting. And of course he's saying that this is good for many people because you can actually make money during this kind of economic crisis and stuff like that. Sorry about the noise. I'm in London, and of course London is noisy as hell, so I can't really do anything about it. I'll need to I was actually waiting for these guys outside to finish cutting some trees so that I can start the video, but apparently they keep going. Anyway, hopefully it's not too loud for you so you can hear me well. So yeah, basically he's pointing towards the fact that even when you have this kind of economic collapses and crisis and stuff like that, you can make money, because this is when things go really cheap. So if you're actually holding some cash, not cash, but like if you have some capital that you've saved for times like this, you can make a killing by buying some of those favorite stocks of yours or commodities or cryptocurrencies really cheap. He says, when markets crash, it's the best time to get rich. So I'm getting very excited about a crash coming because the better stocks will come available, referring to some of those stocks that have already pumped in price so much, like Amazon, Tesla, Netflix, Zoom, like many of the good companies, and Apple, of course. Their stocks have pumped quite a lot over the last couple of years. So he's referring to a market crash that will actually pull these prices down to really affordable prices, and you can actually get involved. So if you missed out on Amazon or Tesla, for instance, I know that these are the two most popular stocks, or Facebook as well, you might actually get a chance to buy them cheap. But what you will need to do is you will need to act fast. So if you see that there is a crash coming, if you see, the prices starting dropping very quick in a short space of time, maybe you should panic sell. Maybe you shouldn't be holding, but try to panic sell early before they collapse by 80% or something like that, or 60%. Maybe try to catch them when they're -20, -30%. And I'm talking cryptocurrencies as well, because as he's saying here, this is going to be the kind of economic crisis that will make a lot of the investors pull their money out. And as they do that, prices will globally be going down. We saw something like that happen at the beginning of the pandemic in March 2020. If you remember, we had more than 60% drop in one day in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, and then that was followed a couple of days later by another drop. So definitely stuff like that is happening. And when there is an economic crisis, even Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are going to drop initially. At the beginning, they will drop. They might recover faster than other like stocks and other investment tools recover. So definitely cryptocurrencies will be still a hedge. But if they are going down by more than 20 or 30%, it would make sense to actually sell and then reaccumulate. You can reaccumulate the same cryptocurrencies. It doesn't mean that you have to go into stocks or gold or anything like that. He's saying that even gold and silver are also going to collapse if there is the economic crisis that he's expecting. I mean, I cannot be, I'm not really sure why he's so certain that there will be this kind of, he says the biggest crash in world history, he says it will be. I don't really know why he's expecting that. Maybe because of the fact that many economies around the world pumped a lot of fiat, they printed a lot of money, and all of this printing is not backed by anything. So it's literally money printed out of thin air, which is definitely going to devaluate these currencies, and this is causing an economic crisis. But I'm not really sure why is he so certain that we're talking about the biggest economic crisis in the world history ever. I mean, this is quite big. So we'll see how this goes. So this is one of the this was one of the hot topics. Now Forbes is reporting about, this is actually quite a big topic, and this was actually delivered by Mr. Forbes himself. This is Steve Forbes talking about this here, and this is quite important here. He's talking about stablecoins coming under attack, and what he's saying is that governments finally realized that the main threat to their fiat money is not even that much Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. It's stable coins. Because what happens where, I mean, Bitcoin, Ethereum and everything, these are very popular cryptocurrencies. Many people are investing in them. But as soon as they start dropping, what do people do? They cash out. You know, they go out, they close positions. And what they do, they use stable coins most of the time, because not too many exchanges offer fiat currency trading, and even the ones that offer fiat currency trading, they have a lot of restrictions and things like that. And if you are going to be cashing out, especially if it's going to be temporary or something like that, if I'm right now selling Bitcoin and Ethereum and let's say VT or Tezos, I'm selling them in USD Tether, right? I'm not really selling them in US dollar or British pound or euro or anything like that. I'm selling them in a stable coin, and I'm gonna be waiting for them to pull back a little bit, and then I will reaccumulate. But I'm using stable coin, and as he says here in this article, basically what governments are seeing stable coins as, you know, they're kind of comparing them to what you would call the chips in casinos. You know, like in casinos, instead of actually going on the table and throwing money to bet, you're actually working with chips. And these chips cost money, so you pay for these chips, and now these chips are representing your money. So it's kind of a, you know, within the casino, you actually have that form of currency, which is their chips, and this is how you operate in the casino. Then you have to cash out these chips for fiat currency as you're leaving the casino, right? So they're comparing stable coins to the chips, and I find a direct correlation here. It is actually a very good analogy, because it is the same thing. So I go into Binance, and I mean, when I started trading, there was no fiat currency in Binance, there was no fiat currency in Poloniex, in Bittrex even there was no fiat currency. So I was buying USD Tether as a stable coin, so that when I'm trading Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, I'm trading them in dollar value, but I'm trading them against USD Tether. So that's what governments realize right now, is that these stable coins, and especially with all of these platforms like BlockFi, Celsius, Nexo, and many others that give you interest, that pay you interest on your cryptocurrencies, they also pay you even bigger interest on your stable coins. So governments are seeing the threat of stable coins to their fiat currencies, and this is why they're going to be coming for them. So this is very important. I hope that this doesn't become worldwide. I mean, I don't really want to see all governments get together and start attacking stable coins, because stable coins are really essential for our crypto trading. So we don't really want to see them being attacked and go away, but it is important to be aware that something like that is possible, is maybe even in the makings. We'll see whether it will be just America or other countries will actually take some regulatory limitations to stable coins and what they're gonna do. Many governments already attacked privacy coins back in 2018 and throughout 2019. A lot of Australian government, a few other Asian countries, and American government also pressured a lot of exchanges to actually delist privacy coins from the exchanges, so that they can stay compliant with the regulations and stuff like that. Can they do something similar to stable coins? I mean, anything is possible. So let's hope that we don't get there, because this is why privacy coins went out of fashion. I mean, even during this bull market, a lot of these privacy coins are struggling to actually gain back the momentum that they used to have. They're struggling to go even back to previous rates that they used to be. Most of these privacy coins are not really seeing the kind of pumps and price appreciation that we are seeing from a lot of other cryptocurrencies, especially the ones that are in DeFi and NFTs. These cryptocurrencies exploded over the last year and are completely overshadowing anything that Monero or Zcash or Zen, Horizon or Dash or any of these privacy coins are doing. I mean, they're really not popular these days. And it's not for the lack of utility. It is literally for the lack of being listed on many exchanges and stuff like that. So this is definitely a threat. Now, Michael Saylor, as you know, one of the biggest Bitcoin maximalists is saying that China's crypto ban is not going to have a long-term effect on the Bitcoin price. This is, I mean, literally just a headline. There's not much really to this that I need to comment on. I just wanted to include it in my hot topics because we are still talking about the China ban. As you see, we are already left behind the big fear. I mean, the FUD has subsided. That's why we are pumping today. I'm not saying that we are definitely going to 50 or 60,000 straight away, but we are on the path of recovery. And as I said, I'm going to go into the charts in a moment and we're going to look into that. And also the blog crypto.com is reporting that Bitcoin price is shooting towards the 48,000, adding 4,000 already within hours, and they're noticing that this is actually happening at the same time as El Salvador officially started mining Bitcoin with their experimental technology that is using geothermal energy from volcanoes. So far, they reportedly mined 0.0059 Bitcoin, which is worth $260. This is at the time of publication of this article, which came out today, just a few hours ago. So we'll see how it goes, but Bitcoin is definitely on the path to recovery. So I'm very excited about this. Now let's go into the charts and take a look at Bitcoin, maybe a couple of other coins if we have time. I don't really want to make this video too long and it's already around 20 minutes, so I'm gonna try and be brief as I can. This episode is sponsored by Token Metrics, one of my top tools for market analysis and for finding little known altcoins before they blow up. You can get 10% discount when you sign up with the link in the description below, and you can give it a test run for a week before you commit to a long-term plan. They publish detailed analysis on their website, Telegram groups, and via emails directly to your inbox, plus weekly webinars for all members where they go deeper in the technical analysis of the most profitable coins.
Token Metrics is a cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams.
Okay, now we're gonna go into the chart of Bitcoin, but before that, a quick reminder about my giveaway. These are two of the top prizes. ADA Cardano is the third prize. What I need you to do is respond to the following question. So leave a comment here in this video with the answer to the question, what is your biggest mistake in cryptocurrencies, whether trading or investing in cryptocurrencies? What do you consider to be your biggest mistake to date so far? Let me know. I'm curious to know your answers. This is going to qualify you for one of the top prizes in my giveaway. October the 12th is when I'm going to be picking winners. So it's just 10 days away, not far from now. Make sure that you watch every video that I post and you comment on every video with the answer to the question that I post in each video. Also, you can go on Twitter, you can find this tweet and you can retweet it, which will also give you a bigger chance of winning this contest. Now, good luck to all of you. Let's move on to the charts. Okay, and we're starting with Bitcoin first. So this is right now the 30-minute chart because I was just analyzing Bitcoin prior to starting the video. As I said, I was selling a little bit in the anticipation that it's going to do a pullback. The pullback is already coming. Hold on, let me turn off the okex indicator because we don't really need that right now. As you know, the okex indicator is the one with the red and green dots, which are kind of entry and selling points. So it could actually help you if you're not very experienced. This is the okex platform that I'm using here for charting. The link to this is also in the description below, so you can actually go and check it out. Now let's go on the 1 hour chart so that we can have a slightly bigger picture, because the 30-minute is not really giving us enough. What I'm seeing here is that as we are actually starting to drop, to pull back in price, we actually managed to go all the way to 47,800. We didn't touch the 48,000 yet. As we are pulling back, the volume is actually going down. Now this is bullish. This means that we have not finished this pump just yet. However, at the same time, we are in the overbought region in the RSI, and the MACDs are on the top end, and they're quite far apart, meaning that we are going to be seeing a correction. Even if it's not in the next few hours, maybe over the night and tomorrow we are going to see a pullback. This is basically what I'm seeing here, unless we actually pull back a little bit more, we drop in the RSI a little bit more, and we give it more room to actually go up, and we start pumping again, and we do another run for the 49,000, which could happen tomorrow. And at this point we could still stay here in the overbought region for a little bit longer, so this is a possibility. We are above all of our moving averages, so there's not really that much to look. This is the 1 hour. Now actually let's go on the daily, because the daily is the one that is giving us a better idea, of how things are looking. Here you can actually see my ABC correction that I've drawn. We have completed this ABC correction, no doubt about that. We did the A wave, then we did the B wave, and the C wave actually dropped much lower than the A wave. So definitely we are over this correction already. We are now on the path to recovery. We are making, as you can see, higher lows than previous ones. We are making now higher highs than previous ones. On the daily, we have got this bullish cross in the market. We have just printed this bullish cross, so things are looking bullish right now. The RSI is in the middle, so it's not overbought yet, so we still have quite some room to go higher before we actually correct properly. And even though I'm expecting a pullback in the short term, in the 1 hour or the 30 minutes chart, we are seeing that a pullback is due. This is not going to be a proper correction. This is going to be just a pullback. This is why I'm actually remaining bullish on Bitcoin. And even though I was selling, this was just a very brief scalping opportunity for me. I'm not selling as in like just selling Bitcoin and staying out of Bitcoin. I literally sold at 47,500 and I'm gonna buy it at 46,800 if we go down there, and if we don't go down there, then I will buy at 47,200 or 300 or something like that. These are very small differences in the price, but because I'm working with higher amounts, it actually is okay for me. I'm still making, profit from this trade. It doesn't mean that you have to take the same trade. I'm not suggesting or giving you advice or anything. I'm not saying that you have to trade this right now. Right now we are bullish, so it's not really time to sell. But if you are doing day trading every now and then or scalping, then this is giving us a good scalping opportunity, because as Bitcoin pulls back a little bit, all of the other coins will also pull back, and this is why I was selling, and I will be reaccumulating. But as I said, I will be reaccumulating straight away. I will not be waiting for a long time. Now Ethereum is also looking quite bullish. As you can see, we did actually establish this as a support level quite a few times. We actually came to challenge this level, and every time we managed to bounce back from it. So we did a triple bottom here, which is a bullish pattern, quite a bullish pattern in fact. On the daily we can see it more clearly. This is our triple bottom, and this is actually pointing towards a bull price action, which is happening already. This is the bull price action that we are experiencing right now. The markets are also doing a bullish cross at the bottom here, so things are looking bright for the next few days. We should be expecting more upside price action. The RSI is also in the middle, so we still have quite some more room to go in order to reach the overbought region. At this point we will be looking into a correction, but not until we get, I feel we'll be getting to at least 3,500 on Ethereum before we actually see a proper correction for Bitcoin. What I'm expecting is that we should be reaching this 48,500 level. Maybe at this point we will get rejected and have a bit of a correction, and we could even go to 50,000 or 52,000, which is our previous resistance, strong resistance, and at this point we can actually start correcting. So we'll see how it goes. Now in terms of altcoins, let's very quickly have a couple of altcoins, and then I'm gonna wrap up because I don't really want to make this very long. Okay, so this is Cardano versus USD Tenor on Binance. This is the 4-hour chart. What we can see here is the markets are looking bullish, so this is a good indicator. What also I'm seeing here, which is bullish, and I like that, is this W formation. So this is definitely a bullish pattern. So I'm expecting that we are going to continue going higher. Perhaps we will be challenging here the previous highs of 246, 250, something like that. Also, let's quickly draw a Fibonacci from the most recent high to the most recent low, so that we can see on the way up what are our challenges, which are the levels that are acting as resistance. So we can see that the 0.382 level is our first resistance. This is $238. Then we have a resistance at $253. This is the 0.50 Fibonacci level. And then we have yet another resistance at the 0.618 Fibonacci level, which is currently sitting at $2.65 for Cardano. If we manage to go up and challenge these resistances and even break some of these resistances, then we will be printing higher highs and higher lows than what's currently, which will be even bullish for the longer term. So we could actually start doing a bigger pump going to the $2.80 and $3 price range, which are definitely the bigger challenges right now. The $3 is definitely going to be the harder one to crack, and we are going to make an attempt. Most likely we're going to get rejected at $3 at least at first. We're going to consolidate, and after that we'll make another attempt at breaking it. This is also depending on Bitcoin. We have to stay bullish on Bitcoin, or at least consolidate sideways. We're not going to be able to break the previous all-time high of Cardano or many of the altcoins anyway without Bitcoin. Bitcoin needs to be stable. It needs to actually consolidate and just go sideways. Right now, as Bitcoin is pumping, it is difficult for these coins to actually challenge Bitcoin as well. So their growth is kind of consolidated with Bitcoin. They are kind of going hand in hand with Bitcoin. As you saw, Bitcoin is up 7% or 8%. Ethereum is up 9%. Cardano is up 10% or 9% as well. They're very similar in percentage growth. In order for them to actually outperform Bitcoin, we need Bitcoin to stay stable. So as soon as Bitcoin finds the resistance, which I feel it's already found it, and it starts just consolidating around this price, pull back a little bit, go up a little bit, pull back a little bit, not really break new highs or anything like that, this is going to open the door for the altcoins to really outperform, outpace it, and make much bigger gains. This is what we are waiting for in the altcoins. Now let's take a look at one more coin before I leave you, and which one should it be? Let's take a look at Link, because I haven't actually looked at Link in a very long time. Okay, so this is the daily chart of Link versus USD Tether, also on Binance. I'm seeing bullish markets. I'm seeing here a good recovery, higher highs and higher lows already printing. This is also what we call a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation here, the 1, 2, 3, with the 3 being higher than the 1. Therefore, I'm actually bullish on Link as well. I feel at this point it's actually easy to be bullish on anything, because with this recovery that we are seeing across the board, pretty much all of the coins are having these kind of charts that are looking very bullish. At least over the next few days, I'm expecting that we're going to continue the bullish price action on most of the coins. Of course, some of them will start pulling back and correcting, so it's not going to be green overboard just like today. I mean, today pretty much everything is green, as you can see. I'm not expecting necessarily the same to be tomorrow and the day after, but definitely for the next few days. So now that we are entering into the weekend is actually one of those times that are very tricky, because weekends we see lower trading volumes and they're much easier to manipulate. However, not all markets are manipulated. I mean, Bitcoin market is definitely one of those that get manipulated, but many other markets don't really get manipulated. So we still have to watch out Bitcoin right now, because as we enter the weekend, sometimes the whales are using weekends to actually create pumps or dumps. So we could actually see a dump over the weekend in Bitcoin. Today could be one of those days that are liquidating a lot of the shorts, and then many people open longs and everything, and tomorrow we could actually have a day that is targeting all the longs and it's liquidating all the longs. So this is also possible during the weekend. We have to watch out for that. It is possible that over the weekend we can see many of the altcoins make a correction after this strong pump that we are seeing today. Most of the altcoins are having these kind of pumps today, and it is not going to surprise me if tomorrow we actually have a red day, or maybe tomorrow we continue the bull price action, but on Sunday we actually get a red day. And if we do that, this will be a good time for buying. So don't really be buying as right now as everything is pumping. Wait for the correction, wait for the pullback. This is when you're going to be buying. Alright guys, well this is everything for today's episode. If you like the video, show your support by leaving a like and a comment below. Don't forget that if you comment right now and if you answer the question that I'm asking, you will be qualified for my giveaway. First prize is the SecuX W20 hardware wallet. The second prize is a Keep Key, also hardware wallet. The third prize is 20 ADA. The winners will be announced on the 12th of October, so you have a few more days in order to answer questions on each of my videos. Make sure that you answer each of the videos, because if you are missing any, then you are missing a chance. The top comments, the ones that are commenting the most and are giving me good comments, are the ones that are going to be the winners. Also, make sure that you check out the links that I'm dropping in the description below. This is where I leave all the important links to all of the crypto services that I'm personally using and that I recommend for you to use, such as my top charting tools, my top exchanges that I'm using, where I'm buying crypto, the top hardware wallets that I'm using. Of course, these are some of them, but I use 4 or 5 different hardware wallets I'm actually using, and I've got them all listed in there. Some of these are referral links, so using these will actually be your way to support this channel and show your appreciation of my content. Also, please ignore all the spam comments. I know there is a lot of spam. As my channel grows, I do get more and more spam, and YouTube used to be quite good at filtering spam comments, but lately they're not. If I have to delete spam comments myself, it's going to take me hours every day, so I stopped bothering with that. So this is why you actually see a lot of spam comments, especially if you see WhatsApp numbers and stuff like that. I never share my WhatsApp number. I will never ask you to WhatsApp me or to message me, and I will not put my mobile phone number in the public. So definitely these are all spam comments. Please ignore. This is everything. Thanks again for staying until the end of the video. I'm signing off, and I'll see you in the next one.